Good afternoon, everyone. Virgo Triad here. It's August 10th, 2018. Happy Friday to everyone. And I was not planning on doing another video today. However, I am going to put another video up with regards to the fraud alert and warning that is on the Office of Inspector General's Treasury website, simply because I am getting a massive amount of comments with regards to a video that I did about 3 months ago that had to do with this subject. There are many people that are out there that are selling packages that have A4V in them. It's important for people to understand that accepted for value is not a real thing. It's not just a scam. It honestly doesn't exist. It isn't a financial instrument. It is simply a statement, and the statement only belongs on documentation such as security agreements. It is quite honestly and quite literally just a statement, okay? It isn't an actual tangible thing. So I need for you guys to listen to what the warning is, even if you believe that these packages will work. And I'm going to go into some information with regards to why you need to know about this after I read it to you. The U.S. Department of the Treasury, Office of Inspector General, also investigates individuals' use of fraudulent Treasury-related financial obligations or accounts to attempt purchases or pay debts. Swindlers create and attempt to use fraudulent promissory notes and or private bonds, both domestically and internationally, as vehicles to defraud investors out of hundreds of millions of dollars. Many of these schemes are variations of a common fraud generally known as redemption or acceptance for value, that incorrectly asserts that the United States government has trust accounts linked to each citizen. This is also a theory linked to the sovereign citizen movement, extremists of which are classified as domestic terrorists. The theory is not supported in fact or law and has been soundly rejected by the federal courts. Perpetrators will annotate or stamp invoices with accept for value or similar language with various numbers purporting to be account numbers. Such annotations are without merit and establish no rights or privileges in any federal or state account or agency. In the variation on this fraudulent scheme, individuals obtain routing numbers assigned to Treasury or Federal Reserve location and use these numbers to make false notes appear genuine. At times, these fraudsters hold seminars throughout the United States or on YouTube teaching attendees how to create these fictitious documents and how to use federal routing numbers. Be advised that Treasury bureaus and the Treasury Direct program do not hold checking accounts for private individuals, and they do not honor any of these checks. Participating in these scams can result in serious criminal and civil penalties. It is also a violation of federal law to misuse the Treasury seal or the words, titles, symbols, or emblems of the Treasury Department or any service, bureau, office, or Treasury subdivision. All right. Let me talk to you guys about what you are doing with these packages that you're purchasing from people like April Lejeune don't make any sense. April Lejeune and people scamming others with packages like April Lejeune's like to make the statement that the government is attempting to hide information from you, that they are purposely not telling you the truth in order to keep this secret of these supposed monetized birth certificates, bonds, or accounts hidden. They claim that anybody who listens to a government agency make a warning about these things is being ridiculous. They claim that you should not pay attention to the fraud warnings that are coming out from the government agencies. But I would like for you to take a look and really think seriously about that statement that's being made. The presentments that you think you're making to get debts paid off are going directly to the very government entity that April LeJeune and others like her are claiming you shouldn't listen to. They are warning you that not only is the information that you are presenting to them fraudulent, but you can be penalized and have criminal proceedings brought against you, in addition to the fact that it doesn't work because it doesn't exist. Yet, you're being told to push back and yet try yet again, do it again if they don't honor it the first time. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. The Treasury Department isn't saying that you're filing erroneous paperwork. They're not saying that the paperwork is simply incorrect. They're not saying that you need to hire an attorney or you need to get someone who is more knowledgeable in the financial environment in order to accomplish what you're attempting. They are flat out telling you that not only do these things not exist, they are fraudulent and bring criminal penalties. When have you actually ever known the government to fearmonger, quote unquote, and make a statement that you will be arrested or have criminal prosecution brought about you or be fined for something that doesn't exist that actually does exist? Because I haven't been able to find one single instance that that's been the case. I want you to think about something else. What April LeJeune and people like her that are selling these fraudulent packages are actually trying to get you to think is that you shouldn't listen to any government agency, no matter what they say, if it goes against what it is they're selling. But the government isn't actually selling anything to you. They're simply warning you that if you fall for these scams, there are penalties for filling out fraudulent paperwork and sending it through the IRS or the Inspector General. The other thing that I find very interesting about this is that April LeJeune doesn't seem to even want to try to turn this into a scenario where it's going from department to department to hold it up for you to get those fines and criminal charges filed against you. She has you sending it directly to the CID department of the IRS, which, by the way, is the Criminal Investigation Division. What she's asking you and what others like her are asking you to do in not believing what you're reading, but with a warning that is here from the Office of Inspector General, here from the FBI, all over the place on the Federal Reserve Bank, literally all over IC3 websites. All of these federal agencies are warning you because this is a scam. They're not telling you that you're doing something incorrectly. They're telling you you're doing something fraudulent. They are telling you that you are doing something that can create a real disturbance in your life. It's like someone telling you on a YouTube video that there's a new drug out that a pharmaceutical company makes that's called zebra poo. And if you take this drug, then you will get stripes. Well, you want those stripes and you want this drug, so you call the pharmaceutical company and you find out how you go about getting this drug. And the pharmaceutical company tells you there is no such drug as zebra poo. But you don't believe them because the guru is telling you it does exist, it's just hidden. You have to see the right doctor. So you better research what doctors know about zebra poo. So you go to your doctor, and you've known your doctor for a while, and you tell your doctor you want to be prescribed zebra poo because you want stripes. And the doctor tells you, I've never heard of that drug. I'll do some checking for you. 15 minutes later, he comes back into the room and says, I have absolutely no idea what it is you're talking about. There is no drug called zebra poo. And you get irate. You figure you're going to push back because that's what the guru told you to do. So you call the American Medical Association and you explain to them that your doctor has said he will not actually give you the drug called zebra poo, that he is hiding it. It's a conspiracy. The DEA needs to be aware, and he needs to be sued. The pharmaceutical company needs to be sued. They have told you, everyone has told you that the drug does not exist. There is no such drug that will provide you with stripes that are black and white like a zebra. But the guru says there is. Pushing back by calling the American Medical Association and filing charges or filing a complaint against the physician and against the pharmaceutical company is likely to only result in one thing, and that is having you brought in for a psychiatric evaluation. This is very much similar to that. There is no proof out there of any sort that A4V has ever worked for anybody. Only people that lie and say that it has, and then can't provide people like me any proof whatsoever. This is a scam that has been going on for over 40 years, started by Roger Elvick and Posse Comitatus. You can look those things up. They're verifiable facts. April Lejeune doesn't actually have facts for you. She has magic paperwork she has drafted up on her own and slapped it on to a video for you to view for a few seconds. She has, some fast talking going on, and that's about it. But I have many, many former clients over here on my channel that have come over and thanked me for showing them that what they actually fell into was indeed a scam, and they weren't going crazy when it came to this paperwork coming back from the IRS and assessing $5,000 fines to them, that they were not crazy when they felt that it was important for them not to continue to push back because they were getting visits at their door by law enforcement. You see, after a while, the truth does come out, and as you will see next week on my channel, there's a real live client that is willing to come forward and talk about the April Lejeune scam. There are many that have come forward. They just don't want to be on video because it's embarrassing when you get scammed. I seriously hope that you all read this, and I seriously hope that you read the other links that I will be putting in the description, drafted by the FBI, drafted by the Federal Reserve Bank, drafted by IC3. These are really serious entities within the United States. And although none of us particularly have the warm and fuzzies for the government, when you are talking about actually thinking that you can get a debt paid from a government entity, that the government entity itself is telling you that what you are doing is fraudulent, and you think you can push back because some guru on YouTube tells you to, you think you can push back and get good results? I guarantee you the results are going to be very negative, as many people have found out. For those of you that question on what my statements are with regards to April Lejeune and other gurus who have made this statement, there are playlists for those people of videos that have been made. Many people have come forward, former employees, and in some cases, even family. The redemption theory is a scam, and accepted for value doesn't even exist. The people that you are dealing with, that you are trying to buy these packages from, they're scam artists, and they're taking your money left and right. And the very first thing you're going to see are things like your UCC-1s being denied, and warning letters from the IRS that are telling you that if you file this again for an A4V presentment, you are going to be fined $5,000 per instance. You might even get a call or have law enforcement show up at your door, as a few of the clients have done. This isn't about fear-mongering, ladies and gentlemen. This is about reality. Remember that you were the ones, the people were the ones that actually put the government in the shoes that it's in. So in order to get out of that, if you don't like the way things are run, there's the proper way to go about it and make change, real change. But this is absolutely nothing but a scam. And I've told you over and over again, and it's worth repeating. If you fall for the scam and then are so arrogant to think that you can push back against the very entity that you're expecting to cover your presentments for you, then I would say maybe you might possibly actually need some mental help, because that, quite simply, just doesn't make any sense. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Hi, everyone. Virgo here. Just a quick announcement. For those of you that don't know, for the last several months, I've been working on a book called Under the Sovereign Umbrella, An Urgent Look at Domestic Terror. I've had a lot of help writing this 250-page book. The FBI, along with 2 domestic terror experts, have assisted in making sure that this book is up to date and most helpful to those that are interested in what's happening in the fringe and why so many of the scams are on the internet right now. It's very valuable for you to have to share with friends and family, and it comes with a bonus. The bonus is a year's worth of me collecting packages by people who have been ripped off by scam artists, and those packages will be available to you in the bonus along with the book. I have put up a GoFundMe account for the Virgo Triad channel, as it currently is under attack by those it has exposed. The GoFundMe is to assist in putting up VirgoTriad.com's platform of free speech, real facts when searched for, and a debunking index that will allow people to find out real facts behind the scams. For those of you that are willing to donate $50 or more, Under the Sovereign Umbrella, An Urgent Look at Domestic Terror, along with the bonus package, will be provided to you as of September 1st on its release free of charge. Anything will help. $1 or $100, it matters not. Let's stick together and stop these scammers from taking over our internet and taking away our free speech. Please search for the link in the description below and visit the GoFundMe page. If you can't help now, that's okay. Just share. Thanks, you guys.